Hello there. Welcome back to Corbin Conversations. I've been thinking about something, as I always am, and it's the fact that we pray for things in life, right? We hope for certain things. There's certain things we long for, we wish for, we strive for, we petition for, we ask for. We say, man, if I could get this thing, then I'll be happy. And most times, the things that we look forward to having, achieving, getting, accomplishing, they're good things, right? For most people, they're good things in that they have positive outcomes, right? We say, man, if I could start earning $100 a week, as a high school student or something, maybe that's your North Star, then I'd be happy. I'd be able to go to the bowling alley and I'll be able to hang out with my friends and I'll be able to do all this and all that. And we wish and we wish and we wish and we wish. We spend our lives wishing. And one thing I've begun to learn recently is that sometimes the things we pray for, we get. And we get them as punishments sometimes. Maybe not as punishments, but as a lesson, right? I jokingly say often that we should be careful of what we pray for because God will throw it in our faces, right? We wish for things, and in our innocence, we wish for them without understanding the nature of what we're wishing for. And when we get those things, then we feel burdened by the responsibilities that we're now beholden to in order to maintain them, or in order to upkeep that lifestyle, upkeep that status, right? So for the high schooler, earning $100 a week might be a North Star until you realize that you have to work to earn that $100 a week, right? That is the nature of what you've prayed for. That's the nature of what you've asked for. Many people look forward to getting higher education, going to college, until you realize that going to college requires you to work. Many young men desire going into the military until you realize that the military requires blood, sweat, and many, many tears. Many people desire relationships until you realize that relationships require work. A lot of people want money until you realize that money brings many responsibilities, many pressures, many changes, many awkward circumstances. So you wanted war. War has come. What do you do when you get what you prayed for? What do you do when you get the very thing you've been begging to achieve, to attain? How do we handle such things? Now, I decided to make this video as a personal letter to myself, really, because I am a dreamer. I'm an optimist. That is my vice, if you'd like to call it that. And it comes with a price, because everything we wish for has to be paid for. Everything we get must be maintained. And if we want to keep dreaming, if we want to keep asking, then we have to prepare ourselves to receive. We must prepare ourselves to be able to hold in our hands, firmly, resolutely, what it is we're asking for. Whatever lifestyle you wish to live, whatever profession whatever profession you profess, you must actually be that thing. You cannot pretend to be a doctor on one day and not be a doctor on another day. You must be the doctor. You cannot pretend to be a warrior on one day and not be a warrior on another day. You must be a warrior. Essentially what I'm saying is you must understand what you're praying for. Be wary of what you ask for, what you wish for. Understand it. Because I find that in that understanding, when we understand what it is we're really looking for, when we understand the lifestyle we're asking for, then we inevitably achieve it. Because to understand the nature of what you're asking for is to posture yourself toward the very thing. Not to entertain some false understanding or some false conception of what it is we want, but to actually posture ourselves to getting that thing. You want to be a marathon runner. Do you run marathons in the mornings? Do you condition yourself at night? Do you live the lifestyle of someone who wants to run a marathon? You want to be pious, right? Godly, holy, righteous, good. Do you entertain ideas of godliness, piety? Do you merely entertain those ideas, or do you embody those ideas? Do you seek to practice those ideas? Do you prepare for it? Right? I titled this video the way I did because I understand that in times of war, oftentimes, not all the time, but oftentimes, young men are the ones who are eager for war, right? Eager for glory. We want to be known and remembered for our valor. We say, yes, I killed so and so, and I killed this many men, and I slayed this and that guy, right? And so I'm known for my prowess, my greatness. And a lot of young men, we feast on these ideas. We hone these ideas in our minds. We go over them, right? We think, man, one day my name will be remembered, until we set foot on the battlefield and we realize how gruesome and terrible it is. But you wanted war. War has come. What do you do when your prayers have been answered? What do you do when you're faced with the thing that you've been preparing for mentally? I think the answer is in actually preparing for it. Actually being ready for the thing you ask for. The bottom line is that life isn't easy. It never has been, it never will be. And nothing good comes without a price. Nothing good comes without sacrifice. So if you want something, if you truly believe that it is good to obtain something, you must seek to understand the nature of what you want. Seek to embody the type of person that has, that holds, that maintains the things you want. You wanted war. War has come. This is Corbin Conversations. Thank you for watching. I will see you in the next one. Seek on. Seek on.